A landmark ruling has found Queensland Police discriminated against Indigenous people during the 2004 Palm Island riots. The class action was launched by Lex Wotton, who was convicted over his role in the unrest. But the police union has reacted angrily to the federal court judgment. David Chen explains.
More than a decade after the 2004 Palm Island riots, today some vindication. Lex Wotton launched his class action against the Queensland Police Service and state government 2 years ago for their response to the high-profile death in custody of a local man and subsequent rioting. Today, the federal court ruled in his favour, with Justice Debbie Mortimer finding police officers had breached the Racial Discrimination Act.
Failing to treat Senior Sergeant Christopher Hurley as a suspect in the death of Cameron Doomadgee.
It is the first time in Australian history where an entire Indigenous community, virtual town, has taken the state government to court over what it alleges to be racist treatment.
Mr Wotton, who is convicted of leading the 2004 riots, says he's pleased with the outcome.
I was very overwhelmed, I suppose. Bit emotional in some sense.
Senior Sergeant Chris Hurley was singled out for his actions. A jury acquitted him of Cameron Doomadgee's manslaughter in 2007. In her judgment, Justice Mortimer found they conducted themselves, including Senior Sergeant Hurley, while he was there, with a sense of impunity. Officers preferred confrontation to engagement and operated very much with an us and them attitude.
This is ancient history. This occurred over 12 years ago, and police who serve in Indigenous communities are not racist, and purely because of someone's Aboriginality do not treat anyone different.
The court has ordered the Queensland government pay the Wotton family more than $200,000 in damages.
I wasn't expecting too much. It'll help us pay the bills, that's the main thing.
The Wottons had also asked for an apology from the Queensland Police Service, but that demand wasn't granted. Instead, the Police Commissioner will be required to consider whether an apology is appropriate.
The only people who deserve an apology are the police officers who were in the police station whilst it was being burnt down.
Lex Wotton says he hopes the ruling will lead to changes to the way police deal with Indigenous people. Both the Police Commissioner and state government will consider the judgment carefully. David Chen, ABC News, Townsville.